Hi everybody, I'm Joy Connor.
And I'm Chad Connor.
And today we are starting the very first episode of Who Did It Best.
So on Who Did It Best, we go to 3 different cities, we ate 3 different versions of our favorite food.
Yes, now today we are starting with fish. Chad, tell us what we're having.
I'm so excited. We're gonna start with this Jamaican fish that's all layered and delicious. Then we're gonna have Indian fish, and that means Chilean sea bass in the tandoori oven. And then finally, we're gonna have this Cajun boom full of flavor and spiciness. I cannot wait. Let's go eat. We're starting this fish journey in Tulsa, Oklahoma at a Caribbean joint called Cicero's. We're meeting their co-owner and head chef, Eben, at their gorgeous downtown location.
Can you tell me about the fish that we're having today?
Okay, the fish is called escovitch, and it's named after the peppers, onions, and carrots which have been pickled that go on top of the dish. It's originally done with the whole fish, but for time purposes, we have scaled it down to a fillet of snapper that we pan sear. We set that all over fried plantains and Jamaican rice and peas. Then we top it with the escovitch peppers, and then it's topped with 2 jumbo shrimp that have been jerked and skewered.
That sounds so good. I can't wait.
Excellent. All right.
Look at that beautiful bite. Cheers. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my gosh. Let's start with the fish. Flaky, cooked perfectly. Tiny hint of spice. Kind of tastes a little bit like a blackened seasoning in like a southern context. And then you start to get the pickled flavor of these amazing, these are really good vegetables.
Yeah, they are.
And then you get this sweetness and the crunchiness and that beautiful texture out of these plantains. Let me just show you one of these so you get an idea. It is a big old chunk of plantain.
It's like dessert mixed in with your dinner.
Right? And it's sugar coated and then fried, so it just has so many flavors all on its own.
It's so good.
Ooh,
I'm ready to get into this jerked shrimp. You ready?
look at that. So beautiful.
This is cooked so well over the fire. The way they baste it with that Jamaican jerk.
Wow.
Nice and spicy.
Wow.
Okay.
Smoky. Got that beautiful charred taste that you can really taste the wood there. But then it's plump, it's cooked perfectly. That jerk is very spicy. I can feel my sweat glands opening as we speak. But they're bomb. That is one of the best pieces of shrimp I have ever had in my life. Just absolute perfection right there.
This fish is so killer.
What an amazing dish. This thing, wow. The flavors here, the complexity, just the beauty of it all. This is absolutely dynamite. What a home run. Our second stop is LaGrange, Illinois, a beautiful suburb of Chicago. We're at Kama Indian Bistro, which is just a 25-minute drive from downtown to meet owner and head chef Vikram Singh. So tell us about the dish we're having today.
Our grilling is always charcoal grills, so the temperature gets really hot. What you want to do is you want to put a layer of something that keeps it moist. So what we do is we season the Chilean sea bass with some salt, black pepper, some turmeric, some lemon juice in there, some garlic, and just before cooking, we put a layer of homemade hung yogurt, which is thick and creamy, on top, and it'll form a crust when we cook it down. So you'll get a nice crusty top with this layer of black seeds and black pepper and the Hawaiian sea salt, and inside is really buttery. So you get a double impact of crust and butteriness inside. And then we serve it with a side of roasted cumin potatoes and wilted spinach, which is seasoned with garlic and black pepper. So it's a lot of black pepper there, but it's very well balanced.
Okay.
And we'll give you a little side of lemon. So you can just squeeze a little lemon on it if you want to, and to add acidity that breaks down the butteriness of the sea bass.
Okay, perfect.
So,
I cannot wait to eat. So we're gonna start with this amazing drink right here. It is called a ginger harvest. These guys have some of the funkiest drinks. This thing's got ginger beer, it's got a turmeric syrup, it's got fresh rosemary. It has so much going on, and it's got honey drizzled on top too. Cheers, let's try this out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This
So
is
that
amazing.
rosemary really kind of infuse the drink. I also really pick up on that turmeric, so that's so interesting. And then it's just refreshing. Like, there's apple and apple cider in here as well. There's just so many things going on, but it is so refreshing, and it is a beautiful, interesting flavor.
It's such, yeah, the ingredients are so fresh, and you can see it gets a little bit lighter and darker, so it's super strong, and then as you're drinking it, it's just all getting mixed in there, and it smells heavenly.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. All right, this thing, we've been shooting kind of the B-roll for it, and the smell has literally been torturing me.
Yeah,
but finally, it is time to eat this incredible looking tandoori sea bass.
That's so fluffy.
It is. I'm gonna cut that piece right there. All right, take your first bite.
I want to take it with you.
I
want your bite because you're bigger.
I got some really thick crust. I don't know if you can see that, but that's why I was having a hard time getting through it, because there's a little bit of skin, a little bit of everything here.
So it's a little crunchy on the outside. I know. It's like paradise. It's a little bit crunchy, but it's so soft and fluffy. Right, as you're cutting it, it's like a fish steak.
It is the butteriness, but the turmeric. You get the turmeric really strong. It's really amazing how much that comes through, and then the crunchiness, the softness of the fish. I mean, just everything about this. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm cheating because of this discovery.
Wow.
I'm so glad we found it. The little seeds on the outside of this add a nice little extra texture.
Wow, that is so interesting and good. All right, so it also has cumin potatoes. I'm gonna try those because they're here.
They're good.
But that fish is an all-star piece of fish. The tandoori really gave it just a little tiny bit of smokiness. And again, the main thing is it's just so tender and buttery, but it's got these different flavors that you just don't expect to have with sea bass. It is so good.
And the amount of time that they marinate all of it, and then they add more spices before they cook it, and then cooking it in the tandoori. Oh my goodness. I almost forgot about this naan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it too.
Look at how thick this is. It's fluffy and it smells so amazing. It's a little bit thicker, it's very airy. It's like I'm biting into a puff ball, which I actually really, really enjoy. Perfect little crisp on the other side.
Man, I know we're here for fish, but after that, I want like 10 more dishes. That is, the flavors are hard to describe.
Even in the spinach, so good.
Because they're just so amazingly balanced. You get that amazing kind of Indian flavor that you hope for, but the tandoori just sets it to another level. And then when you mix this fish with this potato here, it is just absolutely a dynamite bite. This was a home run. Kama Bistro did it really, really right. This is some of the best fish I have ever had.
It is. And I mean, guys, the entire atmosphere, the experience, these candles, so romantic.
Speaking of romance, I saved you the last bite.
You are romantic. You're so
And
sweet.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you keep a beautiful girl like this in love. Our third stop is Amarillo, Texas, which is known more for its beef than its fish. But we're not letting that keep us from an amazing dish, so we're headed to the Lazy Gator to meet up with co-owner and managing partner, Mickey Cole.
So what we made today is the Black Cat Bayou. It's our signature dish here at the restaurant. We didn't originally open with it, but we wanted to add something just a little bit different than what you're gonna find across the street. What it is, it's a half pound of blackened catfish. You get a good sear on that, generous amount of Cajun seasoning that we do make here in-house. Cook that about 3 minutes on each side. We're gonna place that blackened catfish on top of our Creole rice we make here in-house. And then we're gonna dump our Cajun Alfredo we also make in the restaurant. It's got shrimp, crawfish, scallops. We add that sauce, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and some fresh chives, dust it with a little bit of Cajun seasoning, and that's our Black Cat Bayou.
All right, guys, this looks absolutely insane. This piece of fish is gorgeous. It is like perfectly blackened. Look at this bad boy right here.
It's massive, and it has so much seafood on it. I cannot wait to get into this. It smells so good.
Let's taste it.
I've got my drool going on already.
Start with the shrimp there. Are you kidding me? It's spicy, it's creamy, perfectly
So creamy.
cooked.
The fish is flaky and really thick, so it's super delicious and meaty. And that crawfish, oh my God, the crawfish.
That
I
has
love
a
crawfish.
real kick to it. Like, this is real Cajun cooking in
Yes,
Amarillo,
it is.
Texas. That is kind of crazy. And look at this too. It's got this huge piece of like Parmesan. I'm gonna see what that tastes
Shredded
like.
Parmesan on it. I'm getting some scallops. Oh, it is getting spicy. I'm starting to taste it.
It
It's
is.
really good though.
The pores are opening. I'll tell you what's so amazing about this. Like, the catfish is good. It's always gonna be, like, if I had just the catfish, I would be happy. But this sauce is like cream cheesy, Alfredo-y, spicy.
Creme de la perfection.
Oh, so good. And then the seafood is over the top. I mean,
Yeah.
when I take that bite of fish and then I throw a piece of shrimp or a piece of crawfish on there, you add that bouncy texture, but it's so soft, and all those flavors together
It's amazing.
just create like a masterpiece. This is so good.
This rice in here too, this rice is like pillowy soft also, and it's just absorbing all the flavors. There's some corn in there. You've got some scallions on top. It really is freaking amazing.
I just got a piece of corn in that bite right there, and that was an amazing thing that I hadn't tried
It's like a fresh
yet
burst.
today. I mean, it was like it adds like a freshness and a balance to the spiciness of all of it. This is
like,
just
ooh, that's fun.
incredible. I mean, these scallops are so tender. The shrimp are so tender. What an incredible piece of fish this is.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Amazing food.
It was crazy. I
It
mean,
was.
the amount of flavors really on every dish that we had just blew my mind.
Well, you know, the crazy thing about fish is it takes on the flavor of whatever you give it. And these chefs just did such an incredible job of coming up with these mind-blowingly delicious flavors. It was amazing.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get to it. What was your favorite?
That's really hard. I could choose any of the three, but one of them had something that stood out from the rest, and that was that sauce at Lazy Gator. The shrimp, the crawfish, the scallops, the creaminess, the spiciness, just so many things going on. I literally felt like my tongue got invited to a rave. Like, it was just one of the best bites of food that I've ever had. I really enjoyed it.
It was so good. I could probably eat that Black Cat Bayou every single day.
I could eat it right now, and we ate it 30 minutes ago. I mean, it's just that good.
It really is. Now, I didn't pick that one, and I knew you were going to be shocked by that because every time I
Okay.
take a bite, you were like, wow. So my favorite was the tandoori sea bass because it just was so buttery and rich, and just the seasoning they put in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. The flavor of turmeric and fish is something that I didn't know that I needed in my life.
Yeah,
Those
exactly.
black, what was it
Sesame
on
seeds.
top? Sesame
Yes, all the
seeds? Oh
crunch.
my gosh, it gave such an amazing texture. And then it was just flaky and good. I mean,
Yeah.
you picked a winner. I was so close, but you can only pick one. So,
Well, one each. You might see a lot of that in these episodes.
right? So that's it. If you liked this, please like, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we will see you on the next episode of Who Did It Best.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss an episode.